Welcome to another episode of Dabbling with Dan. Today Dan is dabbling in aviation again, and we're in Palm Springs, California at the Palm Spring Air Museum, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the aircraft on display. I just got done taking a flight, and this is the airplane I actually booked, and apparently it is being worked on. They didn't say what it was, what the mechanical issue was, but let's get a little bit closer to it. Which now I got a reason to come back maybe next year, fly this one. But what's nice about this museum is that they have such great displays of World War II aircraft, and a good portion of the aircraft are flyable still. They will actually take them out and fly. It's kind of an interesting Huey helicopter. Beautiful Corsair.
Were you married at that time?
We'll take a look at another hangar. We'll be right back.
We got Dave Gross right here. We got Steve Craig in the back. Tim Fisher, his wife right there. Alan Durrock, his wife Toby. Willie Bryant. Shannon Coleman and his wife Crystal. Janice the House Accountant for Super Big Mom. And then we got Harry Thomas.
We'll check out another hangar.
I looked into ancestry, and I'm kind of a fan of that, and I looked at some of the stuff on public domain. I found Dr. Higginbotham, high school grad.
I also like the music playing out here. A6 Intruder. Got some very nice airplanes out here on the tarmac. I'm sure that one flies right there. Lockheed F-104. Man, that thing, we saw one of these at Oklahoma Museum. It was on a pole. Couldn't see the side of the cockpit. It also had aerial tip tanks. This one does not have the tip tanks on it. Wow, that is a solid wing. It's like a MiG. '21. So it's probably about 100 degrees out here in the desert. They say desert heat. It's not like humid heat, but it's still hot. Here's a F-100 Super Sabre. Oh, a nice old military Jeep right there. Ooh, an F-14 Tomcat. Very neat. There's the cannon right there, which is missing, but I'm sure they had to take all that stuff out to demilitarize it. Oh, what a big airplane. Walk underneath there. See where they had like missiles kind of up here. This mechanism pushes the missile down and goes after and just destroys its target. There's another Jeep. F-106 Delta Dart. I like the decals that they have on there to make it look like the pilot's still sitting in it. An F-84. Even in the Korean days, they did some nose art on these planes. Ken's Kitten. Wow, look at this thing. This is a big old jet. And they have a cannon in there still. It has some plexiglass so you can kind of see it. F-105D Thunder Chief. He's right at 6 foot, 8 feet easy to top of that, or the bottom of the wing. Things are extremely heavy, I bet. It's amazing. They put enough of a jet engine in there, it's gonna push that thing. It will take off. Old helicopter. Let's see what type it is. This is a H-34. I think it's got a motor in the front right there. Okay, let's move inside a hangar. Maybe it's a little bit cooler. Do you have top secret? I don't, but I think this has been declassified. Oh boy, look at that. F-117 Nighthawk. Got these laser-guided 2,000-pound bombers. doing some, taking all the paint off it. Feels good. Okay, so this is what the inside of a cockpit looks like.
I expected the thing to be smaller. Yeah.
And this is the engine that went in it. Yeah, Nighthawk engine. And those are like angles. Warbird flight. I did that one right there. It's such a just a futuristic looking aircraft. So we'll take a look at this plane right here. Pretty poly. See what the cockpit looks like. It's interesting, the engine is behind the pilot. Most of the time the engine's in front. I like the paint job.
Still do that. Or you could use TikTok to drive into your YouTube channel.
Okay.
That's where everybody is.
Because I use YouTube a lot.
Yeah. TikTok, right now, you guys probably aren't familiar with it, but it's already here.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with it. I mean, I know of TikTok.
I mean, you do all the maintenance on it. Ah, there it is. I highly recommend taking one of those flights. This is the A6 Intruder. Depending on its mission, it's also called the Growler, I believe. If it's like a anti radar. Prowler. Maybe it's the Prowler. It's kind of cool. Looks like the front part of a F-15 Eagle next to a F-4 Phantom. Here's a front fuselage of a F-18 Hornet. An old tail hook. That thing is huge. Great to have a museum next to an airport. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so we have a P-51 Mustang. Beautiful. Wow. Some great display cabinets. Yeah, I've shot a machine gun just like that back when I was in law enforcement. It's kind of like what the inside of a glider looked like, probably during D-Day invasion. And I had an Uncle Frank. There was an Uncle Frank that flew one of these. Little sight glass. Old jackets, uniforms, bicycle, old BMW motorcycle. Ooh, a nice Mustang. 3 of them. Oh, what a modern flight suit looks like with a G pants on. Ooh, there's a P-51 Mustang that's getting some work on it. I think the Reno air races were rather recently. He'd probably be racing. Had to come back for some maintenance. Kind of cool how it has jacks there to lift the tail up. His tail wheel is missing. Big old jet engine here. Have a big wing on this plane. They got some food here. I'm gonna get me a bite. I'm kind of hungry. Oh, this is a cool looking model. It's made out of metal model. Bombs. Leaflets in that one. Okay, this is the engine for an F-104. This is where the air comes in. Air intake. Compressor section. Combustion. Third stage turbine. Forward exhaust duct. Afterburner. Of course, the tailpipe assembly. Turkey feathers. Can't really see in there very well, but it's pretty neat. There's some other engines. I bet this thing flies too every once in a while, maybe. Of course, last year when I was here, it looks like it's in the same spot, so it probably doesn't. This is the A6 Intruder. And because they want me here early in the morning, because it gets so hot, they want to fly in the morning, I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at some of these static airplanes. So A6, the F-16 way down there, we'll take a look at that here a little bit later. But if anybody has ever watched that latest Top Gun movie, Mr. Tom Cruise is flying this jet, which is the workhorse of not just the Navy, but other branches. The F-18 Hornet. Man, that is one tough looking bird. Well, this one actually looks a little rough, but in its prime, what a nice looking airplane. Is that dabbling with Dan? Kind of looks like me, don't it? Maybe a little bit. 2 engines. Let's take a walk around here. Looks like this leaning flap comes down. Place here for a missile. Probably AIM 9 Sidewinder flaps. This came off the USS Carl Vinson. Yeah, I bet this thing has seen some incredible flying in its career. Of course, you can't really, they probably took all the engines out. I'm trying to figure out if I remember this. You guys see these right here? And there's right up that way. I remember watching a show, it was the Blue Angels, and the F-18 Hornets that they fly, they don't have these on there because, you know, it's all painted for show. But when pilots are flying in formation, they use these, I guess they're like low emitting lights of some sort, so they can kind of gauge where the aircraft is that's next to them. I'm pretty sure that's correct. If not, sorry. Hard points, missiles, bombs, and whatnot. Let's start this baby up and get back to West Virginia in like no time. Pitot, angle of attack. Inside the landing gear, front nose. Yeah, there's a switch right there. Let's turn that on. Where the hook connected to the carrier. Now, one of my favorite airplanes, when I was a little kid visiting Grandpa and Grandma in Cleveland, Ohio, they lived just maybe 2 miles from this airport, and they were having an air show. And all of a sudden, flying right over the house was this jet. Of course, the Blue Angels were flying it, and it's the A4 Skyhawk. Woohoo! Man, I was in love with that airplane right there. And I remember when the guy flew over, he was so low, you could see his helmet. I mean, it was just like you could reach up and touch him. But compared to modern airplanes, it's a single engine, no afterburner. I think it can go supersonic in a dive, but still pretty cool. Here's the tail hook. Probably extra fuel, maybe a bomb. These are kind of cool. Just put a little pressure up, and they're supposed to slide up. Get extra lift and slow speed. I don't know if there's an engine in there, probably not. This is a 2-seat model. And I remember it did have a gun. I think maybe it was mounted in here. Not sure. This is a refueling boom. Have like a basket it would fly in and then inject fuel into the tank. I remember after that air show, I bought a model that looked exactly like this one. Very, very interesting. I hate seeing airplanes on static display. I think they all should be flying, but that's kind of hard to do. It's probably very expensive. Okay. Beware a blast. What a blast it would be to fly that baby. Yeah, MiG-17. Boom. And just like that, you're staring down the nose of a F-16 fighting Falcon. Woo! Very agile. I had a friend that I worked with. He was, I think he, maybe Army, and he was in a Hawk missile anti-aircraft thing in the military. And he said when they were training the F-16s, they could hardly lock onto them because they were so swift. But in this model, it's a single seat model. Here's a cannon. Here's the air intake. Just got a piece of wood there. Very, very beautiful airplane. Rail for the A9. We were at General Stafford's museum in Oklahoma. They had one of these inside that was in really good condition. This whole unit moves. I mean, this is just cool. I wonder if I could get one and put it in my yard. I think my wife would like that. Probably not. I think they nicknamed these turkey feathers. On that exhaust gas, they can actually kind of squeeze it to make it more condensed and give more power out, especially when they put the afterburner on. Single engine fighter. Very maneuverable. I definitely want one. Very cool. This is interesting. Angle of attack, apparently. Okay, one more, and then we're gonna call it a day. See ya. Very cool. So, you've seen a little bit of the museum. I don't want to spoil it all and record it all. I'm sure the museum would like to have you as a guest, but I think this is going to go ahead and wrap up my Palm Springs series. It's been a long 2 days. I hope everybody's enjoyed the videos. And of course, if you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. Share it with a friend. And then of course, who knows what I'll do next. But in the meantime, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching too. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.